A surprise announcement tonight about the future of Graffiti Pier on the Delaware riverfront. The owners say they plan to sell the pier and the land around it. Steve, the news is a relief to a lot of people who live nearby.
Yeah, and a lot of people aren't familiar with where these people live. This is Philadelphia, and listen to how quiet and tranquil it is, and just look at the view. There is a lot of new high-end housing here in the Philadelphia area, and it's called the North Bank, and it's to the right of the 95 highway if you're going north, and to the left if you're going south. So you probably have looked over and seen it and probably wondered what that was. Well, look at the view these folks have. They are looking at the skyline to the south. They're also looking at the Ben Franklin Bridge to the south. But as we move around all these new homes, some priced over $1 million, and a lot of them still under construction, the problems that come with it come with what their view to the north is, and that would be the Graffiti Pier, where a lot of residents said that's brought a lot of troubles with it, and they'd like to see that pier into some new ownership, and that's what they got tonight.
About 6 acres is carved out, including the pier.
The collapse of the end of the Graffiti Pier into the Delaware River July 31st likely stepped up the speed to sell the pier by its owner, Conrail. And tonight, at this meeting with local residents, Conrail leaders told them they're optimistic that the sale will be finalized by the end of the year to the Delaware River Waterfront Corporation, which plans to turn the pier and the 6 acres around it into a public park and a safe space for graffiti artists, too, to continue to express themselves.
It's a multi-million-dollar transaction in land, and we can't start selling property without the approval of our board.
And when do you hope to do that?
I believe it's November 14th.
And then have it finalized?
I would like to do it by year-end. I'm going to push for year-end.
Conrail says it's been trying to keep people away from the now treacherous pier. What happens every time you put up a fence to keep people away from Graffiti Pier?
Within 48 hours, it's usually cut through, or our sections are taken down.
And since the collapse, you're worried somebody could get killed?
Number one, if you're on Graffiti Pier, you're trespassing. I think that's the most important thing we need to really have everybody understand.
I think Conrail felt the pressure of a community who said, as my grandmother would often say, use it or get off of it, right? And they want to make sure this property finds its way to the community, and maybe they want to help this community become a better place.
What is the hope and the plan for the future of Graffiti Pier and these 6 acres around it?
We want to be able to have a public park that's safe and secure, and we want to be able to have it be a space similar to what it is now, which does provide artistic freedom, like a safe park that everybody gets to use. Space that is activated is safer space, and that's really the key.
Well, a little history lesson here. The Graffiti Pier was built and opened back in 1925, where its main color scheme then, not so colorful. Its main color was black. That's because it was a coal loading dock. So wouldn't it be fitting 100 years later, next year, that have this work on this pier and this park start to celebrate a birthday gift for the city of Philadelphia, for both its history and maybe its brighter future. Jason, Sheba.
All right. Steve Keeley, thank you very much.